We're off.
Episode what?
28, folks.
Of Two Blank
Dude, that sounded
Girls.
so stupid. 28, folks. Well, get your ticket.
Come on
down to the
go
geeky.
28. Come on, hear us.
God. Okay, episode 28.
Two
Welcome.
Blank Girls.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Annitsa.
And welcome back, folks.
Yeah, to the fucking manic party that we're about to have.
Yeah, there's a
As
lot
you
of
can
energy going on right
It's
now.
already like,
I also we ate at Soup Plantation today, so I'm like
and we proceeded
hopped up
to
on
take
fucking cornbread sugar.
big old nap afterwards because
That's what happens when
when
you go to soup,
guys,
a fancy buffet.
buffet with soup and like bread.
I had
and
4
potatoes
pieces of cornbread.
and salad.
Killed it. Killed it. Tell them about the kid who was in front of us though in line.
Oh my! We're still in the.
I know,
intro,
we're still in
and
the
you're
intro, it's
about to
fine.
get this because, like, there were 2 kids. Okay, it was weird. I couldn't tell if they were brothers or if they were together because he
kept rubbing his back. Right,
Yeah,
I did
so
see that.
it was weird.
But they were young.
Yeah, we're just
Weird.
talking in sync right now. It's like let's tell it together. Maybe we'll. So they were like young kids. I'm guessing like 17.
Oh,
16.
I was saying like 14.
Oh.
They were just big. They were just big
tall
dudes.
and like
yeah.
Well, okay, so the kid directly next to me or closest to me it was a like
a mountain.
I'm talking like, okay, so it's a plate, and then I'd say probably it looked like the size of a cake, like a round cake, like a big old,
a good like 6 inch
for
like,
sure,
up
like
off the plate.
piled with everything you can imagine. But on top of this huge heaping mound was another heaping mound of cheese.
Yeah.
And drowned in
drenched.
dressing.
Which I was like, props.
We saw.
I mean, his plate didn't look that much bigger than mine.
Yeah, but
it was
just the sheer size of it was impressive that it wasn't rolling off. It was like a mountain.
Yeah, because I had croutons just like flying everywhere because they get so high you can't like.
Yeah.
They can't like rest.
But I
so
think
just,
the
like,
cheese
scattering.
and the dressing was weighing everything down, maybe. But okay, and then his brother / lover,
whatever it was, because I was confused. It's weird that you said that.
Was next to him, and it was even weird. First, we were just so impressed by this kid's mount, and then we looked next to him. We're like, what is happening? You're
like, dude, look to your right.
Look.
It was like,
because even stranger than this kid had a very small little mound off to the corner of his plate.
I don't know. It was kind of big.
Well, it took up no
like
space.
It looked like a couple of olives.
Yeah.
Then a top.
Then
with
all we saw was cheese and dressing.
A mound
That's
of
it.
shredded cheese with a bucket of dressing poured on top of it.
What was so surprising to me was that it wasn't because this other kid's usually when people go to a fucking buffet, they just load it up top, and that's what was happening with this other kid was that the plate was loaded with everything, but the second kid
it was weird.
It was just kind of off to the side, tall.
Cheese
off to the
mound.
side, but all we could literally see was cheese and
just
dressing.
A sprinkle of. I did see olives.
Ew, God.
Just like a couple of sprinkle of olives.
But I actually I turned to the kid and I said to him, I actually had to give him props.
Yeah,
I was like,
you're
guys,
like, hey,
I just want to say, I was like, hey man, we're really like
we're really into your like plates right now.
We're like
really cool.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening over here? We're like super jealous that you're living your best lives right now.
So
it was a good day.
Welcome to episode 28. It was a really good day.
You want to just get into it now?
Yeah, let's go.
Because that half-hour intro,
people are like, are we already in it? And now they're confused, and we haven't even like talked about anything. But, all right, go.
It's you.
It's my turn. You said it was yours.
No, not a.
Fuck. All right, guys. On the eve of January 21st, we are 2 secretive girls. You fucked it. It's fine. Keep going. All right.
I don't understand what we're doing.
Guys, we're on episode 28. We still don't know what we're doing.
No,
it's
but
fine.
You have to be able to tell that we have just spent this weekend creating like new energy up in Jenna's apartment. Like we have this great workflow situation, and I think both of us are like hopped up on positive vibes right
now. It's a lot of positive vibes, but again, a lot of cornbread. Like sugar is breaking down in my body.
So we don't know what's
I woke
fueling
up
us.
from my nap with my heart just like, and I know it's because all the sugar is processing. But yes, positive energy.
Oh
friendship,
yeah, we got
yes.
just fun stuff happening.
Yes.
Well, I want to say, but before we do the business, I want to say that this episode is provided by Samuel Sprincenatic.
Yeah.
Because we
Not only do we talk about him a ton on this like podcast, he now is picking the words that we do.
He's
so
our
it's
producer.
fine.
No, but legit, we reached out to our patrons as a bonus for those of you who subscribe to us and give us a little something every month. We reached out to you to pick the word this week. We thought it'd be fun to have a fan choose the word. So
and
Sam,
this one really just stood out to
Yeah.
us, and we thought it could be funny.
Yeah.
So.
But so, speaking of patrons, if you want to become a patron,
Yep.
go to our Patreon.
Become a subscriber for as little as $1 a month. You get like a t-shirt if you give like $1, so it's dope.
So
do it. And then
otherwise, follow us on Instagram,
Facebook.
Two Blank Girls Podcast,
Yeah.
Facebook, Two Blank Girls,
Our website.
Twitter, _girls, our website, twoblankgirls.com.
There's a lot of places to
Bada.
be involved.
Have you heard our name yet? It's Two Blank Girls. I don't know if you just heard it.
like
said it.
10 times.
Although we still forget it half the time. We're like, two bulk.
I say bulk
God
all the
damn
time.
It.
I know. But memories. I'm not.
That's the
me
past.
just
It's
like
the
holding
past.
on to our
Yeah.
lovely memories.
It's still a nice thing.
Yeah.
Secretive.
Secretive.
Should
Give
we
me
just
that
get into the sitch? Guys, this means not open or outgoing in speech, activity, or purposes.
Can you read that again? I wasn't listening.
See, at least some things haven't
Like
changed.
I literally
for this-
walked over here and I was looking at this cat scratcher and then I just completely. Okay, one more time.
live in this present
yes,
moment.
got it.
Not open or outgoing in speech, activity, or purposes.
That doesn't sound like secretive to me though.
Well,
what does
I
that
think
mean?
for us it's more withholding.
Okay,
like
and what is the
withholding.
definition saying?
No,
Not open.
the thing I said
or
twice that you
outgoing
haven't
in
listened
speech.
to.
See, that means so it seems more like a private. Like I'm a
Well,
private
actually, that's
person.
funny because I literally wrote down we should discuss private life versus secretive life. Yeah.
Because I would like to think I don't have that many secrets. I am just more private.
There's just stuff that you don't share.
Share.
It's not necessarily you're purposefully
I'm not
withholding.
like I'm not like trying to. I just am not a very.
You're just like, oh, I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I just
and
don't
if,
talk
if
about
someone
things.
asked, you would say it.
I would
but
talk
you
to
would,
them, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not. But I do obviously because I think it's just human nature have secrets because like
oh, we got to
some
talk about
shit has gone down and it's fucking embarrassing. That's
We
where the
got-
most
yeah.
That's where it comes from being
It's interesting.
completely embarrassed.
Yeah,
That's
let's-
all my secrets.
Yeah, where do secrets come from? That's a big thing. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to start back from the beginning because that's where
that's
I
where
wanna,
most of mine lie.
Okay, most of
is
your
in my childhood.
So you were a secret keeper, but you were not. You kept your own secrets, but you weren't able to keep other people's secrets. I know
Very
you said
bad.
that.
Yes, I was saying I am very bad about keeping secrets.
Are you still bad about keeping secrets?
I sometimes have to catch myself. You have to kind of go because I think it was even something like recently where it wasn't even a secret. It was that like it's something I left out that I was going to tell somebody, and then I went to like say something. I'm like, oh fuck.
Backtrack.
And you're like
Backslide.
What are you doing this weekend? Like I do that a lot, and but I don't know if that's like secret keeping, but I am like fuck. I do that a lot, but
yeah.
I am terrible. I have ruined many a birthday party. The one that was the bad one, I want to say it was 4th or 5th grade. What was her
Wait, so all
name?
these kids were having secret things for their birthdays?
Like
as a kid?
secret, no, it was a surprise birthday party.
See, I never, as a kid, I don't know
Well, 'cause you
anyone
didn't
who
have
ever
any
had a
friends,
surprise.
so it's
Okay, let's.
no,
No, I've never heard of why would a kid have a secret birthday party? Like kids are like
their parents
surprises.
were trying to surprise them.
Because I feel like most kids, like when you're a kid, like everything is so planned out. Because you're like, I want this and this
Yeah.
and this, and you have all your
it was
stuff.
we were going. I want to say it was like again. I think I have like early onset Alzheimer's, but I think we were going to a concert.
Okay, and the kid didn't know.
And the kid didn't know, and there were limos to come pick us up at school.
Limos were hailed. Oh wow! See,
And
that's
I
a fucking Let's just say
fucking
maybe
blew it
I had
out.
friends, but you had fucking rich friends. That's what I didn't have rich friends.
Rich friends?
Stop it! If they hire, although I did go on a limo ride for someone's birthday party once. So,
see, bitch, what are you even talking about? Just get out of here.
Yeah, but they didn't come to school and pick us
but
up.
They
and
came
like,
and I totally fucked it. Told her and was just like, Are you so excited for the limo to get here? And I was like one of those. She's like, what are you talking about? And I was just like, and then like parents got involved and they got like so upset because I fucking blew it. So like I'm not a great.
Listen, I'm gonna keep that in mind now.
Have I done anything else like now, like today?
That you fucked up a secret?
A secret?
Okay, well,
I don't know. I'm sure there have been.
What were your earliest secrets? Like, what do you remember, like being where you were like, I'm never gonna tell anyone.
Said this word.
Yeah.
This one story came to mind.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be dropping a lot of secrets because I don't have a ton. They're mostly embarrassing, which is why I'm not gonna give them all out.
Yes, but listen, this is the year to just be yourself.
I know.
And share with the world the glory that is you.
Well, it's a secret between me and another girl.
Okay.
This is the worst.
Is it still a secret where she'll be like sad that you bringing this up?
No. It's so stupid. That's why I'm more embarrassed because I'm like, this is so dumb that I'm even telling this story.
Got it.
My heart is racing. Okay. So physical fitness.
Got it.
Tests.
Yes.
I want to say 3rd grade.
Okay.
Again, don't have a great memory.
Is this like presidential fitness tests or like just like
physical fitness,
just
like year in kind of thing?
Okay,
like the big one.
I'm just setting the scene.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm forgetting her name again. Something's wrong.
Get it out.
We were in. This is so stupid. It's not even a secret, but it's a secret I've held. Like this story.
Yes.
And it was between me and her.
Yes.
So we are doing crunches. I'm going.
She's showing me the crunches as she's standing up.
And these are like the ones you got to come all the way up to the knee.
Yeah.
Elbow
the
to
sit-ups.
knee.
Sit-ups.
Yes.
Okay.
I am fucking going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just.
Did you fart?
Yes.
Did you fart? Why is this
I rip it so hard. And then everybody starts going, oh! And I remember my last sit up, I go, don't tell anyone. And I go back. Literally straight up to her. I was like, don't tell anyone.
Was she like holding your feet?
She was holding my feet.
Oh, okay. She was your
holding
partner.
my feet down.
Yeah. And so you ripped it in her fucking face.
Yes. And then everybody's like, oh. And I just whispered it gently in her ear when I came up. Don't tell anybody, please. And I just went back down. And then we never spoke of it ever again.
So
and
they were
it was like,
who ripped it?
Oh,
and you probably joined in like, ew.
Yeah, I was like, and I just look at her and I'm like, please, just keep our secret. I was like, that to me was, I'll never forget it. It's so vivid. I'll never forget it. I was dead. So.
Oh my.
Early, yeah. I mean, that was a big one.
That's funny because it's true. Like an embarrassing moment can just become a secret because you're like, because for me, I
would never tell that.
I have I have an embarrassing moment, and it was only secret because I was like, fuck, if anybody finds this out, like I was concealing it. It wasn't like, so my friend and I used to, this is grade school too, where it was like
the worst stuff happens at this age.
But this is the time where I was the type of person where I would try to just get people to do the dumbest shit because it made me laugh. Mm-hmm. So like my friend Laura, she was like she was my absolute best friend for like 17 years. We were like sisters. We did everything together. But she was kind of a little bit uncoordinated, kind of that like slightly awkward, like kind of too tall, and just, you know, she wasn't very like quick on her feet and stuff. So I would, I sound like the worst friend ever. So I would be like, dare her to do stupid shit. Like, you know, do you remember penny drops? Off the like monkey bars and stuff, where you like hang from your feet and you swing and you let go and land on your feet. Well, like I loved it. I always did, but you could do assisted ones where you're like holding onto someone's hands to like help them up. Well, Laura could, like, these are the two things that I used to make her do. So she would go like, I'm like, you could do it. I'm like trying to encourage her, like, this is gonna be so great. Flop straight on her face, just dragged her across the ground, like she just flops down. But of course, to me, this is the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened. So I pissed my pants. So like, let's do like cosmic like retribution here. Like she does this embarrassing thing. I was laughing so hard I was crying on the ground, crying. And back then it's like you laugh so hard you piss yourself.
Well, yeah, I did that.
I did that many a time. But this was particularly bad because it was recess right before we had to travel on the bus to go to the high school to stand up on stage and practice for our show that night. So I had piss pants. And I had to tie my sweatshirt around my but it was like, and I had to stand up on stage for the rest of the day. But so to me, this was my secret all day, where I was just like, like having to like conceal, like I was like, I'm wearing a skirt.
Did that with my
over
period. That's a big secret. You know, my period was a secret for
because you didn't even tell your mom.
My mom nobody knew.
That's fucking crazy.
My biggest secret for sure. Like I went probably 2 years having to. I would go anywhere I could find pads. Mm-hmm. I would hoard them and hide them. And if I had to, God, this is TMI, but if I had a used one, I would like literally have to I would wrap them up really good and like shove them in my book bag. So then I could go to school and throw them away.
Are you serious?
It was insane. It was the most.
And why do you know why you felt the shame around it? Is
I was
you didn't
very
ask
young.
your mom like what is going on?
I think I was so young. I started in 5th grade, like so young, and then I don't know. I had no idea what was going on, and I had sisters too. Like I didn't even ask my older sister. I didn't tell my mom. I don't know. It was just something I kept to myself and did not say. I mean, going to the beach and the pool and stuff was just the worst because
fucking wearing
about
pad
it. And then the marker story I've told before where I told everybody in school that I sat on a marker and had a big show and dance about it so that people would believe
what
me.
Are all these markers doing on these seats?
Marker.
Why
is he here? And I just look what this marker did. And I kept having to show everybody to convince them. So I was very secretive about my period for sure.
Wow.
And just a real quick one because it made me laugh when you were talking about how you did things with a friend. Yeah. I thought you were going with she got hurt and you were don't tell anybody because because that kind of thing, because that's what happened with Julia once. If my mom's listening. Julia was young. She was real little and I was picking her up from somewhere, and this is when I was driving, and she used to love when you would speed up. She was in the front seat. I let her in the front seat with no seatbelt on.
Oh boy.
Dude, she could be dead right now. Honestly, I think back about this story and she's like, do it. And I'm like, all right. I fucking gun it through our driveway and then slam on the brakes, and she goes flying into the dashboard and gets down in the floorboard, and she's like, don't tell mom. She literally, because she knew, we both knew, we're we are so fucked if something were to happen to you. That was another thing we kept from everybody, because I mean, not that I would nothing happened to her, knock on wood, thank God, but we were just that feeling of
different now because
I know,
because
she's jarring. It was very jarring watching it, but
dude, well, I feel it's almost like my thing was being secretive was like lying. I was just a liar.
Totally, yeah. Yeah. 100%. That's more of my vibe.
Yeah, because I mean, and then it would come out pretty quickly. I got my cat
lying about throwing up.
Oh yeah, I lied to you about throwing up all the time. I kept
That's
a secret that I wasn't actually sick.
I'm doing quotation marks for those who can't see.
No, when I was little, I got my cat Kramer was this fucking ferocious. He was a kitten in a family with 3 young kids. So he was I gotta stand up. He was just pew 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 all the time, running, fighting, always outside, running around, being insane in the neighborhood, and he wanted to play, but he played vicious.
Oof, I hate those.
So I would get scared. He would come at me playing, and I'd be like, "Oh God!" I'd jump up on the couch and be trying to get a pillow to smack him down. But he bit me and he scratched me out in the alley so bad that I had this huge black gaping wound dripping everywhere, and it was real deep. And I went into the house and I was like, "Mom, a dog bit me." I told her a dog bit me because I didn't want Kramer to get in trouble. Yeah. And so I told her a dog bit me. And so then she, that goes into the whole panic of okay, well, I don't think she believed me necessarily, but she's like, we need to go you might have rabies. We need to go to the hospital and get you a shot and everything. Yeah. And I was just it took me a while.
Where's the line of being secretive and just lying?
Yeah. Well, I think a secret is something you keep for a while. For me, that to me was I wanted to keep a secret.
That was Kramer. Did she find out?
Because when she was we got to go, I was the thought of getting a shot and taking it that far, I couldn't do it. So I was funny. No, it's Kramer. I don't want him to get in trouble. I'm sorry. That kind of a thing. But secret. I kept a secret for years. I think I might have even revealed this a couple episodes ago where I was the mom. Guys, I was the one that ate the extra cupcake. I'm sorry. I know I wasn't supposed to. No, mom like made these beautiful cupcakes and she was like, you guys can each have one. She said, I'm going, to the neighbors to do whatever. You guys can each have one cupcake.
Yeah.
And she comes back and there's an extra one missing. And let's say that no one copped to it.
Well,
for our whole lives.
That's like the mystery turd, though. Y'all have kept that secret. Will die with you guys unless somebody's fucking talks.
Fess up. Somebody's got to fess up. There's this. And
you're sure it's not an animal. It was not a cat turd. No. This was 100% human turd.
Okay. Those of you who don't know.
Because that's what I keep going back to. I'm like, it's got to be a cat.
No one knows this story. Well, that's the thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries, like some freak that, like the staircase where it's like maybe a bird flew in and like fucking murdered this person.
Or maybe like some crazy fucking cracked out dude came in broke in your house and like dropped it, because they do things like that. Things like that happen.
So this story, the mystery turd, we're talking about poop right now, which of course we are, but in our family, there's this story where one day, I don't remember who went up the stairs and discovered it, but somebody went up into the bathroom and there was just this big old turd just sitting in front of the toilet. Just in front of it. Just plopped in front. And of course, I think it was my mom who discovered it. So she, of course, is just raging because she knows she's going to have to clean it up. And she comes down, and to this day, nobody knows what happened, who did it, whatever. We even made this mockumentary. My brother directed this mockumentary called The Mystery Turd.
I want to redo it too, like, and make it like a fucking full blown feature.
And my dad, my God, he keeps to this day, he keeps blaming me because he's like, he always has this story that I collapsed the ceiling in our dining room with my shits because the toilet leaked and exploded and like, and he's always like, that was you. You were always the one pooping so much. And I'm like, Dad, I swear to God, it wasn't me. And so he's like, I know you did the turd. He's like, if you collapsed the ceiling, you fucking did the turd. And I'm like, no, I think I would know if a turd dropped out of my asshole.
And but it's
a secret really, because somebody did it.
And somebody's not saying
Somebody's
it. Unless,
not saying
yes,
it. Or
like
maybe
it's like the staircase and it's some freak.
Yeah.
What would that like?
Or they did. What if you didn't know?
You didn't know.
What if you did? Because like you said, wasn't it you the other day who was like, what if you pooped your pants? And like, oh no, that was Jess.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that was me.
My friend Jess, she goes the other day, she's like, oh God, I just wish one day you would like crap your pants and not realize it and like be walking around. I said, how could I not realize it?
Yeah.
But it's like, what if you dropped a turd and didn't know
like
it?
You thought like it was like an emergency.
You turned around and you were like, Throop, and it just dropped and you walked out. Like,
but you still have to wipe. You know you're gonna look at it because that's what we all do. You turn around to flush the toilet and you look. You would see.
I have a secret.
Oh God.
This is so. I don't even know if I should talk about this. Honestly, my friends know this because this is one of the reasons you and I really connected and laughed till we cried in New York was because we talked about how sick we were when we were kids. This is a secret I had. My friend, my friend.
My hands are very clammy. You're touching my clammy hands.
I'm sorry. I have to touch. For some reason, I'm like, I have to touch somebody. This is so bad. No, I cannot believe. This is weird. I'm sitting here facing the wall and like Kirsten's over here and I'm like back to her.
And look at me or
something.
Yeah,
but now.
They're just. Fuck it. Just go.
Anyway, sorry. We're so weirdly manic right now. It's crazy. No. Okay. I am going to tell you this because let me just get to all the freaks out there, all the kids who think that they're fucked up, that what they're doing, they're like,
what?
Is
this the booger thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
You all know, everybody knows about my booger wall. Let's be real about that. That ain't no secret. That's like wipe, wall, done. No. For anybody who feels like they're a freak and they do weird things, guess what? I probably topped it.
So
God. You know this.
I know this? Okay. You're going to have to refresh.
I am guys,
like, I cannot
and
think.
If I don't get a date after this, I think I'll know why. My friend Laura, I hope I'm calling you out, biatch. You know this is
shit. We
used to watch each other shit. Like turds come out of our buttholes. Like, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm like in the, like, of course you can go in the bathroom and hang out with your friend when you're like, you just talking whenever she's on the toilet. No, this is literally like, I'd be like, oh, she would sit up from the toilet and I would watch the turd
I feel like
pinch.
I kind of remember this.
I would watch the turd pinch off because it made me laugh so hard. And she would do the same. We'd be like, watch this turd drop. And we'd watch the turd drop into the toilet.
Yeah, but you're right. Kids do really fucking stupid.
I'm not talking about that. No, family knows that.
Yeah.
What? No, because you told me.
Oh, God.
About how you and your friend would like get in each other's faces while you farted.
Oh, Lindsay Jackson used to do. Oh my God! No,
call her out. She's
Lindsay
really called
Jackson. She has been my friend. We literally grew up as neighbors, so we did everything together. Yeah. We would lock ourselves in the bathroom for like 10 hours. And laugh at people in those Cosmo magazines, their most embarrassing stories, and we would just that was our favorite. But Lindsay Jackson will do that in front of anyone, anywhere, anytime. We'll just rip it. And she used to, like, I mean,
you would like take off your pants and like fart into each other's faces.
She would do the one thing that we loved doing. No, she would get on her back, wrap her hands around her knees, cock.
Yeah.
And we'd watch her asshole like
pucker.
Like flutter from a fart. Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
Sick. Actually, and that wasn't even, I was not that young.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't that young. That was like high school.
We in the scope of things, we are relatively like normal-ish now. Yeah. So guys, you trust us. We know you're weird. Everybody's
shit.
Weird. Especially when you're a kid but that's like stuff. It was like we would both be in the bathroom just watching each other's turds drop. Yeah. You'd be looking at assholes pucker. And it's
just funny. You're like, what else are you going to do? You're like young and stupid.
Yeah,
and
but it's not like
matters.
I would be like, Mom, I just went and watched my friend's poops. Like, it's just there's that kind of shit.
Well, and those are fun secrets to me. Like those funny little things you don't tell like anybody, like especially your parents or whatever. It's like those little things that you and your friends had growing up. And God, we used to like was it that time I mooned someone?
You've like snuck out of your house and like that kind of secret.
I mean, my mom had to know. Like I think back on my mom. Spending the night at Lauren's, like, come on. Like, we would sneak out. I got caught on a roof once because we punched out her fucking screen in her bedroom and scaled down the roof and snuck out in the middle of the night.
So you were a secretive teenager.
Very much. In the very traditional teenage sense. We're like,
sure.
But the thing, I was not secret. That was the only thing I was secretive about to my mom. Otherwise.
You told her everything.
Told her everything.
Yeah.
She knew when, like, sex was happening. Yeah. So, like,
I told my mom and Dad, I sat them down a week after I had sex for the first time. I was like, Mom, Dad, I had sex. And I was 19 or 20.
Oh, so it's not that weird.
No, and I sat down and I told them, and this is what they said. Yeah. And I was like, no, but I literally just had sex for the first time, Mom. And she's like, oh, I thought you've been doing it for like 9 months. And I was like, what? Yeah. That's because, we were like I was probably jerking him off in my room, and that's why she thought we were like having sex or whatever. I don't know. So that I wasn't secretive about, but I did have to, because I lived at home, till I don't know how old. I was like, I left right after high school, but then I had to move back when I got sick.
Yeah.
So I was home when I was like 19, and I had to keep I had a big old vibrator dildo.
Oh, shit.
It was my first one. Like I didn't.
I hope your bros are just like digging this app hard.
I didn't start masturbating until after I had sex. So, because like I didn't discover that part of myself really. I didn't think about it. So, me, the first thing I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a fucking vibrator, but it was a big old dildo one. I didn't know you could get like little nugget bullet things. So it's like this big fucking thing.
This
that,
big veiny like, dick.
And I had to hide it under my bed. And so for me, it was my secret, but I swear I still have dreams to this day, like these like worry dreams where I'm like in my bedroom back home, masturbating with my vibrator, and my mom walks in, like the door opens and I'm like, oh, no! And I gotta like put it under my bed, like that whole secret of like, oh, my sexuality, like I couldn't tell her about that, but I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'm having sex with my boyfriend now.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell her that I was touching myself.
Yeah, I wasn't that secretive.
I would put music on. That's what I would do. I would put music on and try to blast out that vibrator noise because there's some like they're gonna know.
Yeah, I didn't have too many secrets with my family. Like I would like the one thing that it was never I would thought it was a secret. But then Hannah would just find out and then fucking kill me every time because I always used to take her underwear and wear them.
I'm like, oh, you just smell them, hold them, and put them in your pocket.
No, like she's always had these sexy underwear, and I was like, I want those, and so I'd go in there and take them, and then she'd freak the fuck out because she's like, your like juices are on them, and she'd like freak out. She's like, I can't take those back, and she'd get so fucking.
And wouldn't she like throw them away, and then you'd be so upset because like, just let me have those,
and she's like, no. And she would just like throw them away so that I couldn't have them. But
oh my God.
And I'm trying to think of like secrets as an adult. Like Now my secrets are more just rooted in like
Shame.
soul wrenching, like
shame,
like dark, like I don't know if there's any secrets that like.
Am obviously, from what I just shared willingly, I am not a very private person, and I would never. That's an interesting thing because I think private people are like exciting to me. I think it's fascinating, and I think it's admirable in some way to be very kind of stoic and
because there's probably a lot of things that all of y'all, like all my friends, even Cole, that like don't know about me, and that I have these like, but like I'm
not that way at all. I mean,
so you put it out there.
My thing, and it's interesting. I don't know if that's like a weakness. It could be. It's me trying to. I don't know. Some people might say it's me trying to validate my existence, being like, "This is who I am. Look at." Yeah. But truly, for me, it's about trying to shed light.
Me, it's okay. To me, what I feel like it is with you, it's your way of connecting.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's like you're trying to connect with people, so like it's
I'm
this
like to put it out there to be like, it's totally. I'm the same as you are. We're all the same. Like it's fine. Like I'm fucked up. You're fucked up. So you
all watched your friends have turds come out of their butts.
We
like
all
me.
did the same thing, right? You all had a booger wall.
Yeah.
No, it's just. I feel like oftentimes. It's not necessarily the privacy that keeps people away from each other. I think it's the selective sharing that keeps people feeling isolated. You know how people do like their highlight reels on Instagram? That kind of thing is what I'm talking about, where it's like, for me, I am comfortable sharing all the messiness and being completely open and honest and like, because I want people to know that it's okay.
Yeah. And that's why like you are you and I am me, obviously, because like I like kind of deal with those things like internally, or I like go to friends, but I think both ways are just ways of how the world works, and we're all different, and we all have secrets, and we all like can share what we, but like secrets to me just seem, I don't know why, are they negative?
No,
they're not. No,
right? Because I think keeping some things absolutely private, like a moment to yourself, is like something private. I think that's
why
special.
am I associating it with like
well, I think a lot of the things that people will take to the grave are the things that are
naughty,
bad.
right?
Yeah. I mean, like now, I mean, there are things even I will never tell a soul.
Oh yeah, I
about
got some
myself
that are like going down and
like
deep,
for
deep,
me,
deep.
who's like literally, I will talk to you about anything. No topic is off limits. A stranger could come up and ask me about abortion and I'd be like, let's talk about it. Like I don't care. But there are a few moments in my life where I'm like, nah, you ain't never gonna know that. Like nobody gonna find out.
I'm going to literally, it will live in the dirt with me one day or wherever I land. Cause like, there are just, and it's like stuff that
I want to hear something juicy about you now. What's
now?
Just share some, like, okay, like I know you know this, but most people don't know this, and I want to talk about it. This is like, we've been so funny or whatever. This is kind of serious, but at the same time, it's just a thing to say. I kept it secret that I cheated on my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh,
yeah,
God.
I was like,
no. And I want to be honest about this now, because I think there's a lot of insight into this that I've gained, because I have never done it before that, and I have never done it since then. Yeah. And I don't believe, so to me, I'm very like gray on the area of like, once a cheater, always a cheater. I'm like, no, if that's something that you habitually do, okay.
Yeah.
But for me, it was a symptom of the incredibly damaged relationship, and it was over.
Yeah.
But I wasn't willing to admit that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like looking for attention somewhere else. But the fact is, like, I did it, and that's something I never thought I would do. Before then,
it was weird.
Before it was like a reality to me. In my head, which is what is true for so many things in life, I think, that where you think you know what you would do.
Yeah.
Or you think I would never do that.
Yeah.
That's wrong. I would never do that. And then you get in that situation and it's completely gray.
Yeah.
And it's true. And so that is to this day, it's a shameful thing. I'm not like, I wouldn't say that I'm like ashamed of myself because of it, but I'm not proud of it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I don't look at myself and hold this like, oh, I'm such a bad person. Yeah. Like, I don't think that. I think, like I said, it's completely because
well, and it's also everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
There's you know what I mean? Like things happen, and like, look where you are now, and look where like that other person, things have happened.
And I think knowing that I had never done it before and that I have never done it since, it's not an urge within me. Yeah. So it's, it was a symptom of the reality of the present moment. And so, but yeah, to this day, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
You know. I mean.
You know.
Yeah, I definitely know. And, that was a weird place to be in because I knew it at the time.
Yeah. Well, you've
met said person.
Can I air one of your secrets right now?
No. What?
You were judging
mouth it.
Huh?
Mouth it first.
Okay.
Before you put this. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not that. Well, it's terrible. It was definitely a secret. That's probably my most recent.
Okay, say it now.
Secret.
You're gonna say it, or are you just gonna let me mouth it to you?
I was hooking up with a dude who was in a very serious relationship who he is now married to, actually.
And you were doing it for a long time.
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It started out It started out as this is so bad how it went down. Like I think back now, I'm like, his girlfriend cheated on him. So she's like, because of the guilt she had, she's like, you can have a pass.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm like, that's probably not where it should have gone. But he said, if I'm going to get a pass, I want it to be with you. And I was like, you hear that and you're like, oh my God. And he was like, it was whatever. But yeah. And I did that for a long time. And it was very hard because it was a guy I worked with and like she would come in all the time and feelings were starting to be had from him, like towards me. And I was just like, oh, fuck. And so, yeah. And then I left that job. So it's fine. But it was definitely a huge secret. Like nobody knew, especially like at work and stuff. Because I feel like that would have been super fucking awkward.
Well, dude, I think a lot of adults with secrets, I think a lot of them are relationship things. Right? Like a lot of things. Hey, everybody makes mistakes.
No, it's not even about the mistake. It's like the thought of like my mom listening to like me hooking up. I'm like, ugh, like that's gross. I don't know why, but yeah.
You're so nasty. But like I think a lot of it does come with relationships. I think that's a big thing. Is like being in relationships really brings people to that. Like, do you have secrets? Do you not have secrets? Do you like? If you cheat on somebody, do you tell them? There's that whole it's like, again, it's hard to say unless you're in that situation.
Yeah. Luckily Cole's been super transparent with me. He's told me some really weird ones too, like really weird secrets, and I've been really open to him. The only time I ever have secrets with him, it's like, what's the movie? This is 40. Is it, no, it's Knocked Up, where she thinks her husband is cheating and she finds him at his like,
going off and doing his
fantasy baseball team. He's like, I just like going doing things by himself. Yeah. That's probably where more like we lie. We're like, I like just want to go see a movie and I just want to like go do it by myself and I don't want to hurt his feelings. So I just like, we'll like fib or whatever. So those are like little secrets. But other than that, like luckily that's, where Cole and I are at. But yeah, it totally depends on the situation, where you're at, what you're doing. Like,
well, I've had to keep feelings secret, before, where you're like, you have feelings for someone but you can't tell because somebody else has feelings for that same person, or I mean, Jess, all about she and I have been through this before where we both like the same person, and it was like, you can't say it, and then something goes down and you're like, I want to pursue this but I don't know how to do that without being a horrible person, and it's like I think like relationship that becomes messy.
Secrets in relationships definitely are tough. But like, so that's why I'm trying to like just think of my secrets as more just really embarrassing, awesome, like stories to tell one day when I'm ready.
When you're ready, or to the grave.
Any more juicy secrets? Because obviously it's not a secret if you know it, kind of. Like, I mean, to the podcasters it is.
Like,
but
I told you, it was a fucking secret to me that you had a brother.
Oh yeah,
I didn't fucking know that.
Which was crazy to me because I was like, I thought everybody knew that. But yes.
I'm like, we've been friends for like 12 years and I just found out this year. And I was like,
what?
See, and our good friend Kirsten is here and she's like, doesn't know either.
But it's not that that's a secret.
No, I think it's just something she just didn't even think about.
It's not a part of my life.
Yeah.
So it's not, and I have no negative feelings about it at all. Yeah. So it's not like I'm trying to keep it a secret, like, I don't want anybody to know. But like, he's just not part of my life. So I think maybe that's why you guys didn't know. So definitely not a secret, but just, again, I think that comes with me being like kind of a private, like I just don't say things. But
I have one.
About me?
No.
Oh, I was like, oh God, you keep saying like things about me, and I'm like, what?
No, I have a secret that most people don't know, because it's like a private sort of.
Do I know it?
I don't think so.
Oh, Okay.
That in the past I have hurt myself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, where
you hear that?
Interesting. Cool. Good to know, best friend. No, I've gotten to the point, not like it's not self-harm in the sense of like I haven't cut myself, I haven't, I've never tried to kill myself, but I have in the past. I've gotten it to such dark places where I have punched myself in the face. I have, when I was little, when I was younger, I tried to break my arm so that I didn't want to go to basketball anymore.
Oh,
so
my
God.
God.
Because my parents wouldn't let me quit. I loved basketball, but I hated playing on a team. And so they were like, you committed to this one season, like just finish this season out and then you don't have to ever do it again. But I did not want to go to basketball, so I tried to break my arm. But how I did it was so stupid. I was like literally laying in my bed and I was up against the wall and I was like, gah, like smashing my arm. Like I could fucking break it doing that. But but like that was, an early memory of like, oh, I could do this to myself and like make something happen. But, because I know in my family and, and a lot of people have experience with actual real serious self-harm. But I think even in an instance like that, the fact that it was like, for me, it was to feel something.
Yeah.
I just felt like if I punch myself in the face hard enough, maybe I'll feel something. And so that was something that most people, I don't even know if my mom knows that. I mean, honestly, I don't think many people know that about me. So that's definitely a secret. I haven't.
Cause it doesn't seem like you, you know what I mean? That doesn't feel like you to me from like what obviously we've been best friends for 12 years. So that doesn't seem like something you would do.
Yeah. There was a time where I even took a glass frame and tried and smashed it on my head.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I used to try to, mine had to do with boys.
Oh.
I would I wouldn't do anything. I would pretend.
Oh, to try to get attention?
Yes. With an ex, I used to.
Yeah, to be like, maybe he'll care about me now if he fucking knows really something happens.
And to the point where he thought I had oh God, this is so bad.
Hey, secret, let's bring it out.
He thought I had swallowed a bunch of pills. I made it like that. I was making myself sick so that it seemed like I had just taken a bunch of pills because I was so upset that he was leaving, like that kind of shit.
Oh my God.
My secrets that go down with me, I think, have to do with how I have acted because of dudes. Oh, that right there to me is I'm thinking about that. I just said that out loud. I'm like, oh God. But I used to do, pretend. Oh God, just make it so stupid. But anyways,
no. I mean, we are very lighthearted right now, but and sharing these things that's not something to take lightly. If you actually are out there hurting yourself, please.
Well, yeah, we're taking that very seriously.
No, for sure.
That's
the thing is the things that we keep secret sometimes are the things that we need to get help for.
Yeah.
That's something very specific.
Well, yeah, and I look back on that now and I'm like, I have grown so much since then and I've learned to that was all about him. And I'm like, ew. I was I mean, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but it was
before. I've done that before where I've been I fucking hyperventilate and have I'm having a fucking panic attack. Don't leave right now. You gotta sit here with me. I'm a fragile bird. Come take care of me. It's fuck no. I ain't playing that anymore.
So it's a big learning lesson if anything.
God.
But
I'm trying to think if there's any secrets other than that I lied to you about throwing out.
I don't. Again, the only ones that
you'll never know.
You'll never know.
I'm never gonna know.
I've told you my couple little dumb ones that are just peppered of laughter and but there are some ones that will 100% unless I'm in some fucking CIA situation and they've got me hostage style and give me that fucking truth serum and shit
Veritaserum.
Yes, that's the only way it's gonna happen because there are some it
is interesting to think that there are things that are something so deep about you that you will not ever divulge it, and it's keeping it inside. What does that do for you? But also what does saying it have to do?
Yeah, is it
what does it matter?
Is it eating me away at me? I don't know, but I don't think about it until we talk about this kind of stuff.
But like I said, I do think privacy is a beautiful thing, and I think private people are very intriguing, and I think it's a noble thing to kind of keep things to yourself, and especially in this day and age where sharing is like like oversharing is a big thing.
Yeah, you know what? You just said, just remind private eyes, watching you. You know that song? Yeah. You're supposed to start singing it. I thought you were like gonna look at me,
girl. No,
and you would start singing it with me.
That's a solo.
Private eyes, watching you. I don't know the rest of it. That's literally the one sentence I know.
I'm letting you do it.
I know. I'm like, bitch, you're supposed to sing with me. Damn it. Well, you guys just got a solo performance. You're welcome.
I feel like, see, the thing is, after divulging a secret, though, it feels good sometimes.
Yeah.
It feels
no.
lighter.
Like now I'm like, it just makes me laugh and you think about it. So like, you know.
Or I'm like, I feel closer to you now that you know that about me, or that, you know, like.
Feel my clammy hands were touching. Aren't they so clammy?
Yeah, you're gross.
Really bad. It's like wet. Guys, thank you so much for listening.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yes, this was fun.
Yeah.
And if you've got secrets and you need to get them out,
DM.
you know who to call or message.
I'm like, I ain't getting
don't call
my phone number.
Shit. I don't want to talk. Guys, join us next week.
Come on back.
Bye.
Bye.